Yeah, we're on. Hey YouTube, hey everyone. We are here with this interesting people to talk about maturity. Aparecida, Rodrigo, Rogério, and Bianca. Before we start our immersion, I'd like just to share some points about how Talk and Talks works. Talk and Talk is a platform that you can learn uh, language like Spanish, French, Mandarin, Italian, and of course English. It offers another interesting tools like courses, mentoring, and interesting WhatsApp groups to improve another soft skills. It's not immersion, just a class. I'm not a teacher. I'm a student like all of you. And it's not necessary answer all and any questions, of course. Especially today, we have a lot of questions. It's just a help guide for our conversation. And please let's try to avoid to correct anyone because here is a safe place that we can make mistake, and making mistake is important part of the learning process, my point of view. And yeah, that's it. Let's start. Uh, okay, anyone can see the question in the chat, you guys?
Yes.
Okay, great. So let's start. I'd like to start with a short presentation, right? I will start with myself. I live in on São Paulo State, Americana City. Today we have a good weather condition, I guess. The I think the yeah the we must have um, at max 25-26 degrees, so we'll have a good time today. And yeah, I'm host here in Talking Talk for around of 1 month. And today is my first immersion on 7 a.m. And yeah, that's it for a while. And go ahead, Aparecida. Introduce yourself for us, please.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Aparecida Semiramis. I live in Rio Verde, Goiás, southeast of Goiás. I'm married. I have one daughter. Now the weather is so wonderful because raining and the temperature is more or less 21 degrees. For me, it's the paradise. Because here is always hot, so hot, and this temperature it's wonderful, and I love animals and nature, and I have a lot of cats. To walk, it's this, I believe.
Oh, great. And go ahead, Bianca, please. Your turn.
Morning, my name is Bianca. I am 28 years old. I have been in here in Talking Talk since November 2023. I'm going to make my birthday in here, 1 year in Talking Talk next month, I think.
Oh, great.
Yes, I am.
Party.
Yes, a immersion party, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have a party on happy hour time on Friday. I don't know.
Yeah, good idea.
And well, I'm living in São Roque with my mom and my brother and my cat. And now I have two dogs, Duque and Coceirinha. I don't know why my mom gave to him this name.
Pulseirinha is good.
Yes, and they are so ugly, but they're ugly. It's beautiful, you know. They make them cute and things like that.
Oh,
So now we have three childrens in the house. It's that.
great, great. If you have chance, you can share some of your pets for us on the cam, please. Okay, Rodrigo, go ahead. Your turn, please.
Sure. Hi guys. Good morning, everyone. I'm Rodrigo. I'm 39 years old. Um, I I was born in Tuberaba, São Paulo, and I have been living in Franca, São Paulo, near Ribeirão Preto. I think in this 100 kilometers in Ribeirão Preto region. Um, I I I have been married too, and have been married, and we have two daughters. I graduated with information system, IT, and I have been working as a data engineer in a big tech company in the retail sector. I think in this where I have been working for 13 years. In my free time, I like to play with my daughters and go out to other places with with my family, go
Swim,
travel.
I know that. You like
Oh,
swim?
yes, I very like swim. Um, the beach is it's great places for me. In the future, I intend in the live in the beach in
Really?
uh, yes, my house in near the beach. But in the beach is more calm. In the I think in this uh not to hike a lot of the person on the beach. For example, it's bad idea living in the Portuguese because there's a lot of people's trafficking in this beach. I think it is not so good. But in the other beaches for more relaxes, for more
Like
uh,
Ilhabela, do you know
para
Ilhabela?
no, no. I go to the Nordeste in more time in the I
Ilhabela
think
is
in two.
a kind of island on São Paulo state, right?
Yes, but I don't go to the beach in São Paulo.
Oh,
It's
great.
strange because this when I go to the beach and I search in the places is more shipping in go to the Nordeste, more São Paulo for me.
I
I
believe that.
s- I is crazy for the what go to the Nordeste. It's more
Great.
better.
Yeah, for sure.
The airplane and the uh, good job with hotels is for me. I don't go to the beach in the São Paulo, and I think that's it, guys.
Great, great. Okay. And you, Rogério? Introduce yourself for us, please.
Yes.
You're muted. I think you pressed the button the wrong
Oh,
moment.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
Good morning. Yes. I'm Rogério. I'm 49. I live in Rio de Janeiro, in the capital with my family. I'm accountant. I'm married. I have two children and two dogs. And I, in my free time, I like to play my guitar as well. We practice exercise, I think. That's it.
Great, great. Okay, guys, let's move on to the questions. Well, I'd like to start with different way today, guys. I'd like to choose a person to choose a questions for read and answer, then choose another one to answer that. I will start with myself, right? And go ahead with you. Okay, I'd like to talk about the question number 9. How do you handle decisions that have a significant impact on other people? Yeah, it's a deep question. Well, I used to before to think about a decision, I used to think about the impact that the decision could have in another ones uh, in these scenarios, right? For example, when I decided to let me see, change a job, for example, I try to think about the benefits and pros and cons about this decision and how it will impact other people's, like my fiance, my stepson, my sons, just the main people next close to me, right? Another example, yeah, when I decide to cut ties a relationship, it's important to think about the impact in my, not only in my life but also about all the people around me. I think the most important thing is to consider and recognize the impacts in all the stakeholders related that the decision, right? I think that's it. And for you, Rogério, what do you think about this? How do you handle
I
important
agree.
decisions?
I agree with you, Oswald. It's important to, before we take this decision, I think it's important to see which people could be impact of this decision. I mean, your family, your children, parents. I think is important. The
Yeah,
decision could impact, for example, if I moved for another city, if I buy a new car, if I buy a new house, uh, we need to handle this decision very well. Uh, just I think it's important to take decision to to become I mean, let me see, good impact. I think not a bad impact. It's important to we are working to do our best to try to to let me see,
provide maybe.
provide, yeah, nice, thank you, provide comfortable life for our life, for our family. I think that's it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. And for you, Yanka, how do you handle important decisions for in your life?
That have impact on other people. I try to warn these people before warn or give advance, give a notice for these people before. And I try to consult these people too, if this is a good way, a good decision, because we will impact these people. So it's nice to hear from them if it will be a good decision for all of us, maybe. And well, thinking about my job, I work with public policy too. And before we imply, before we make a public policy, for example, we make a survey and ask for the people that will be the goal of this public policy to see what they want with this decision, with this public policy, for example. And in my life, I try to talk with my family and have conversation with them to know if this will be a good decision for all of us too. So consult the others. It will be a good scenario, a good way to make a good decision, I think. I was clear. Was I clear? I think.
Yeah, I have a question for you, Yanka. I'm not sure if you can share with us, but you have an example about your public, I forgot the word, uh,
Policy.
public policy that you had to public, and how did the survey was make? I think I don't know if you could understand me.
It's very difficult to make a survey. But I didn't apply a public policy. I just evaluate a policy that was already made. So
Okay,
I know more or less what we have to do.
okay,
But we have to think a lot about the question. And before we make the question and apply for all the people, we try to make a good question and apply for a small group of people to see if the question
work.
is good. And then we review or we apply for the
Great,
others.
great. Thank you for answer that. And for you, Aparecida, how do you handle important decisions when it's related to
For
another
me,
people?
I agree with all of you said before, but for me, I believe, for me, I think always to be sincere with the people who will affected by my decision. Always be sincere in my family, in my job, because if always when I was sincere, I believe that the other people can share their opinion, like Yanka said, and manage the impact of decision in their lives. Uh, because I'm talking about the big decisions who change my life and the people around me, like decide to leave the job, for example, like Oswald said. Uh, because if I decided to leave my job, I need a support of my family, and my family needs know what I am doing and why I am doing this and what's my plans. And I need all the support of my mother, my father, and my husband, my family in general, because it's a hard moment, a complicated moment. Then I believe when I am sincere about my decision, the other people came with me, and the
Yeah,
situation
follow you.
is more easy to continue and change and achieve my goals or our goals. I believe it's this in general, personal or professional life. The sincerity, I believe it's the way.
Yeah. I think sometimes we'd love to choose only for ourselves, right? But we need to share with other important people around us. And for you, Rodrigo, I'm not sure. I don't remember if you answered that. I don't
No,
know.
I don't remember. Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Is good questions, is deep questions, because it's in my life. In a lot of times, I have this situation. Choosing is depends of me. Choosing depends of my parents. Uh, for example, when I have younger teenager, my parents go out to change your city, Franca too. And in this time, I don't have moving my city. I intend to stay in Tuverava because I had a lot of friends. I am teenager, immaturity is this, and I I thank you a lot, my parents, in changing my city because I'm the other person, I changing a lot in my life. And if you stay to Verava, I think in this not so good, my my decision, my change my life is bad, is bad. But in my care, when I making my family, my marriage with my wife and my daughters, I have a lot of opportunities to change my care and change my city. And uh, when the situations I don't know acontece, I talk with my family this what things to change, what things I have changed, what gains, what lose. I think in this all the season is good parts is bad parts, and don't have one thing is in the good parts is a lot. I think,
I agree.
and I choose analyzing a lot of thinkings in this. Is changing, for example, the works, and analyzing the bad things in changing. When I start in the special company I have, I have opportunity in this changing for the São Paulo. Other companies, salary is more better, high salary, but when I search in the place for my stay with my family, and I think in this, analyzing this situation, timing the spend for the my house in the company, uh, I I pay a lot for the moving in the São Paulo city and the traffic the Franca city too. And the end analysis, I think in this bad idea because this my salary in Franca is more shipping in the compare in the salary in São Paulo, but in the end, I have a lot of gain in staying Franca, but the change is São Paulo. Uh, I have I'm consider a good analysis because this I don't change my life uh for the I don't know this expression. Oh, this good situation is zipping the situation is changing. No, I analyze, I talk with my family, I talk in other people's. I search a lot on the internet and the other things. Um, this this end this analysis, I think, oh, it's good because this is part one, part two, part three is not so good because it's part one, part two, part three. I analyze a lot of thinkings before choose before change my care in my city my life.
Yeah, I think it's important. I'd like to add a final note about this question. Some times ago, I received a job invitation, and they offer double salary that I got actually, but I had to go to the office 4 times per week in Campinas, right? Um, and I had this I've thought the same way that you, Rodrigo, and I've decided don't accept this offer, right? Because it's better the way that I currently live, actually. Yeah, we need
In
to
my
think a lot about that.
yes, in my case, in this example I I show you, as a triple my salary. In the start, when I receive you, I think, oh, it's
Wow,
so good.
it's
Wow.
amazing.
my salary is very good, but in the final analysis, this is a little salary. I in the final, in this compare my live in Franca, my salary in Franca, in my live in São Paulo, in salary in São Paulo, I have, I think in this 40% more in the stay in Franca.
Yeah.
40%.
Yeah. It's a better
Is
hit. Change.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, great. And that's it, guys. And okay. Please, Aparecida, choose a question for us, answer, and then choose another one to answer, please.
Choose number. Oh, number one. I want to know about this.
Okay.
How to define maturity in the context of decision making? Well, for me, I believe the maturity, talking about the decision making, it's so important because when I was young, some of my decision was so bad.
Most of them, I guess.
I believe everyone, was young, it happened these things, of course, because we are immature. We can't think about the things correctly. We don't know, and we believe we know, but we don't know. And for me, it's so important thinking now when I am stay now in my life, in my job, in my family. I believe I can make better decisions nowadays because of my maturity, because I live a lot of things. I saw a lot of things. I saw the people around of me living too, and I sometimes I don't need leave the situation. I look around of me and the people make some decisions in your life. Some of was good or some not too good. But for me, it's important to look around of us and learn too. I believe this is maturity, and it's I don't know the word in English. It's sabedoria. No, look around of us and learn to not only with our own experience. And for me, the maturity now it's so important because I can think and look the situation and make the better decision for me and for my family and for the people around of me. And I can when I make the decision, I can confront the how I can say this the result of this because I have sure it was complicated. Take some of kind of decision, but as soon as the risk and go ahead and uh, not give up, only go ahead because you think and you know it's decision it's okay for you. It's hard, it's complicated, but you can. For me, the maturity gives me this strong. I believe that the word is this. For me, it's this.
And sometimes it's hard to always make the right decision. You know? It's hard. Sometimes we will make bad decisions.
Normally, the right
Considering
decision
maturity.
it's complicated. It's more easy another way, but the right decision it's more strong, more difficult.
Yeah, I got you.
And you, Rogério, what do you think about the number one?
I agree with you. You say good words, I think. I just would like to add, maturity for me is a adult guy that need to take some important decision when some people become responsible. And as you said, we need to see the assessment risk, I think, avaliação de risco, I think assessment risk with the situation. I know we are finding to do to get a better decision. Yes, to get a better decision, it's important. How people could be impacted with this decision and the risks, and I forget the other word. If the decision is right, as Oswaldo said, if the decision is right or wrong. But I'd like to say another thing. Let me see if I remember. Assessment risk. How this is? Forget the word, important word. I think it's when someone become adult and responsible to take the decision. Even if the decision is good or right, we need to take someone. It's a part of our life to decision make. That's it.
Yeah. And well, I will answer that. So, my point of view, we'll make a lot of mistakes. It doesn't matter if we have great maturity or not. It's a part of life. Maturity, my point of view, it's not only about making good decisions, but also how we handle with all the decisions, right? In summary, that's it, I guess. Yeah. Like Aparecida said, when we were a child or teenager, we had more make more mistakes than actually, of course, because we have a lot of carnivals, right? So we made a lot of things in our life. So yeah, I think it's about how we the best way we can handle the decisions. Yeah, I think that's it. And for you, Rodrigo?
And I totally agree with yours because when I have younger, I chose bad decision in my life. It's bad decisions, a lot of bad decision, and I think in this when I gain more years, more experience, more maturity, I can see what I can see that this decision is changing my life for bad, for bad. And I try to change and I try to choose other decisions in my life and because this is not so bad or my life is not so good when I'm my dreams and my intention and I change my mind. I change my choices in the next years, and is in good thinking is uh, I don't know this expression começar a acontecer. This is yeah, is simple. I see in my history, my past, and I I like it to see in this my past because this I I see this specific thinkings and 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 try to make and try to reflect in my mind. Oh, this decision in the past is result for this. Do you need, do you want these results? No. Do you do you
Have
do
to
you know?
change.
Yes. Do you know what do you do? Right? Do you know what do you do? Yeah, it's simple. Today it's simple, but in old
Yeah.
years it's very bad. It's very bad. And you, Yanko?
I agree with you all, guys. To me, maturity, we gain maturity from our mistakes, mainly from our bad decisions, because good decisions we learn too, but when we make a bad decision, we learn more, in my perception. And
I
we try
agree.
to do not make this mistake again, you know. And I think it's normal when we, and from other people mistakes too. We have to listen, as Aparecida said, we have to listen other people to learn from other mistakes, and you can avoid some kind of mistake in your life. And I think because of that, younger people make more mistakes and isn't so mature than adult people, an adult person that already made a lot of mistakes during the life and arrived here, you know. So yeah, it's that.
But I know several people that continue making bad decisions. It doesn't matter their age, right? I think some people will have a big maturity all of their lives.
Yes, there are exceptions. I agree with
Yeah.
you. I thought about a general thing, not, but I agree.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it. Uh, okay, Yanka, please choose a question and answer for us.
Oh my God. Number 4, can you share an example of a time when you had to make a difficult personal decision? What did maturity play a role? Um, I think my biggest hard decision, it was move from here, São Roque, to a new city to get my degree. And it was my decision, but mainly from my parents. So I took their maturity. I obey, to be honest. I did it and I follow what my mom said. So I heard to her. I heard her advices and maybe her maturity, seeing uh, that have a degree it's important in that moment. Her maturity, it was important to me in that point, but it was too difficult.
But
But today,
you were young, more younger. You're more younger than me.
yes, I was 17 in that time.
Oh my
So
goodness.
yes, I listened to my mom, and it was a good decision, but it was difficult. We have this kind of thing, a difficult decision, but at the end, it's a good decision. It's a good thing to do, but it's difficult. So it's that.
Life is hard.
Yeah.
Okay. And what your opinion, Rogério, about this? Do you have an example for sharing for us?
Yes, yes, I have a example. In the past, uh, the decision that I took was moving from other states. I was born in São Paulo. I live all my life here in São Paulo, but in 2012, I decided to move from Rio de Janeiro to marry and to live here. So was necessary to take this decision to start a new part of my life, new step. So I need to say goodbye for my parents, my brother and sister, my cousin, my
Your
aunt,
friends?
my friends. Yes, necessary to take this decision in the past
It
in my
was a
life.
hard
Yes,
decision to make.
yes.
And give us an example, Parecida. Please, if you want, of course.
A recent example, I have some of examples in my life, but the last one decision I made because was so difficult was when I leave my job because I wasn't happy. Some months ago, I was feeling sick, totally sick and crazy. And I leave my job, but it was so hard, so complicated. Like Bianca said, it was so difficult. Was a time in my life who I need do this, and the decision was the best, but so complicated. And now looking behind, it was the best decision because I am more happy. I'm with my family. I'm working and working how I want, and not close in a office home in a office. I'm working at home, stay with my daughter, um, lunch with her before I stay outside of home. I go to work early in the morning and come back at 9. And I believe it's the problem with nowadays. We have the chance to choose, and for the women, I believe it's more complicated. But it's important that we need and know what we want first. What I want for my life. I want continuing this mediocrity. I believe it's the word, correct word, mediocrity. It's this. It's a fact.
So,
But I can change, but I need a lot of strong. I need my family. I believe it's this for me. Was the best decision because uh, uh, I I test my strong. I believe, uh,
yeah, for sure.
and we stay together. And now it's okay. Now we have another problem, but I believe the problems came to something. We need to learn with the problems. It's okay. It's a life. It's
Yeah,
mountain. I don't know montanha russa,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
this.
Great. And for you, Rogério, can you share an example?
Rodrigo?
Is Rodrigo
É
now?
Rodrigo. Oh my God.
That's,
I'm
yes.
sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
Don't worry, don't worry. Uh, I had more example, but I think in this good example for when I when I when I career transition, I work in the 13 years ago. I work in the construction. I had a boss in this time. I had the team. I think in this 8 person work with for me, and I I work as a painting residential painting in this time, and I started learning in IT because this uh, personal personal thinkings for my working. I decided um, making career transition in this time, and I'm joining my in company I stay now. But in this time, I started earning a lower salary. I think in this less than half salary again, and it's difficult because I had married in this time. I started my financial house in the time uh, is more difficult in this managing the the money in the changing my mind because this I work in other place of the city. I am bossing this time in this change for working the office. In this time, I wear these clothes in the use in the office is social clothes. It is very difficult. But after this 13 years, I see this good choosing I do in this time because this today I see a lot of opportunities in my career. I have a good salary. I have a good opportunities. I have a good example for my daughters. My work is more better. I work in my house with my office in my bathroom, but I work
Yeah.
in my house is very good. I had a lot of time in the in the change in the making my health, my body, the exercise, and the mindfulness a lot. And today is I can see this a good choice in this time, but in this time is very difficult managing a lot of things in the money in the uh, other things. But it's good example for me.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, well, it was a deep, a lot. We have a lot of deep answers. Oh, it was so good. I love that. And about me, when I decided to cut ties with my ex-wife, it was so hard to make this decision by the time because my young son had 6 month old, right? So it was hard because, but I had to do that because I was feeling crazy by the time I got sick, to be honest. I got sick and I need to change my life a lot, and I needed to make the decision. um, I remember that my old son had around of 3 years old, and oh my goodness, I when my young son have a little bit uh, mayor, big, tall. I'm old, yeah, a little bit old. I will try to. I need to go out because and some years and I remember when I think around of 2 or 3 years after this decision I was not sure if I had a good decision, uh, a good decision because I thought, oh, my sons can't see me every day. uh, I'm live alone actually. I don't know if I had a good decision, but actually, more than 10 years after that, certainly I had a good decision because my sons can live, uh, can feel free to feel the feelings and live with tranquility. I don't know how can I say that. And yeah, I think that's it. It was hard, but it was necessary. And of course, I'm so well. I feel so happy and grateful to had this time in my life. It was a kind of college for me, right? And yeah, guys, that's it. The time is almost over. I will put on the chat some links. Uh, Let me see. Give me a sec, please. Uh, no, just one link. A survey. If you want, feel free to answer the survey. It's totally anonymous. And yeah, bring us bad and good decisions about if you liked or not of this immersion, right? Feel free. And if you want to suggest some topics or some different things to do on the immersions, one more time, feel free, guys. And yeah, I think to finish this conversation, I'd like to ask a final question for all of you. What did you learn today about language and about the topic? I'd like to start with you, Roger. Go ahead, please.
Decision making is very important in our life. Need to be responsible to take this decision. What's the reflect it will be in the future? It's important to analyze the situation. That's it.
Great. And for you, Aparecida, what did you learn today?
Well, for me, it was a good topic. It's a topic who we live, but normally we don't talk about. We don't talk about in our normal life, but it's important thing about this. And when we stop and then analyze, it's interesting. So what we need and how we are mature or not now. It's important. I believe was a great topic. We can back to them in the future because we answer only 3 questions.
Yeah. To be honest, we would talk with this all the day. It's a good topic to talk. And for you, Rodrigo.
Good topic is good subject because this I think in this during this day uh, I think I don't stop in my daily routines and I think in this
Yeah.
past in the good things or bad things I did and it's opportunity in this reflect in this um,
Make better
what do you
decisions.
live? Yes. It's good for me. It's good. And try to think in English is very good too. Because this
Better.
I learn in English these rules in the other things, but in now in this immersion, this try to use what do you learn, what do you read, what do you study. I think this is very good in subjects.
Thank you. And for you, Yanka, to finish, please.
Well, first, sorry. I think I can't send messages for all of us, Osvaldo, just for you in here.
Oh, thank
I'm
you for
sorry about
feedback.
that.
I will search about it.
And okay, and I learned some vocabs that Osvaldo already sent to you today that I collect during our immersion, mainly sabedoria, wisdom. To me, it was knowledge, but we can say wisdom too.
Great. Okay, guys, have a good day and see you next week.